Hey, it's Blake from the Pixelists bringing you 5 homebrewed, build-enabling uniques for Diablo 4. If you've been hungry for uniques that actually change the way you play the game, we've put together 5 for you right here. Let's check it out. This first one, the Intact Demon's Eye. This is a unique amulet that has a special affix for people who want to do a low-life build. Now, you may not know this, but there's actually a druid build in the game that actually is a low-life build. And for this specific item, every time you lose 10% life, you do anywhere between 5 to 10% more damage. That's multiplicative damage. Now, being injured is a special modifier in Diablo 4. Anytime you're less than 35% life, you are considered injured. Your damage bonus gets doubled if you are injured. The next item is a Path of Exile inspired item, simply called the Simple Robe. It has no stats other than 100 armor. It causes all of your allocated glyph and rare node bonus requirements to be considered met. Now, if you've taken a look at your Paragon board, you've probably noticed that many of the rare nodes you spec into, as well as the glyphs that you equip, typically require a certain stat amount within the radius of that glyph or an overall stat amount to be able to unlock a secondary bonus on the node. Secondary bonuses are automatically considered met in terms of the requirements. Notably, it has no other stats on it, so you lose the 4 affixes plus the legendary power that you'd have on a typical chest armor. The Buriza, this is an item that Blizzard did dirty in Diablo 4 in the sense of it doesn't show up as a unique, it's actually just a typical rare that you can imbue with a legendary aspect. The special modifier on this item is that for every 100 dexterity, your penetrating shot deals 3 to 5% increased damage to close targets. This is multiplicative, and so since most in-game builds have at least 1,000 dexterity, you're looking at anywhere between 30 to 50% damage to close targets. The old school Buriza item gave your projectiles pierce. We have penetrating shot in Diablo 4, so it only seemed appropriate to match them up. The Pox Faulds, this is an item that came from Diablo 3. You emanate 2,500 poison damage per second to close enemies for every 100 intelligence that you have. Intelligence is pretty much just like D&D, a bit of a dump stat. It gives you resistances, which we know is essentially broken or underpowered and is not getting reworked until Season 2 or Season 3. And it gives you a bit of a Righteous Fire-inspired item, I guess, for those of you who played PoE. It also gives you damage reduction to close enemies, max life, and thorns as well for people who want to run some kind of thorns build. The Show of Force, another favorite of mine. Fortunately, a lot of classes don't actually utilize an ultimate because the cooldown's pretty long. It takes up a skill slot on your bar, and in many cases just simply is not that powerful. It gives you the special modifier of your ultimate is affected by modifiers to basic skills and has a 20 to 30% reduced cooldown. So it'll allow you to use your ultimate much more often, and more importantly, it causes you to invest in basic skill affixes as well. There's some of these on items that give you basic skill damage. There's also some legendary powers that give you bonuses to basic skills that would in turn affect your ultimate as well. This could be a really fun item for players. So we'll have some more coming up here in the coming weeks. Other than that, we are waiting for the next season of Diablo. I'll see you soon. Take care.